Okay, this is hopefully a quick-ish guide on how to convert the new Arp9 3.0 mags, the really short quad stack ones, so you can actually use them in guns like this one that uses side mag release. It's essentially just cutting in a slot where the original mag does not have one. The original mag has like these fake cutouts, probably on the spot where a gas blowback one would have them, but these don't work. You will actually need the side cutout. If you don't have that, you can just pull the magazine out again. So what I used to do, the improper way, just stick the mag in, and then you can push the mag release like sideways out the way, and then I would just take a knife and score it. But because you can't see the scorings that well on camera, we're actually going to use a Sharpie this time. Make sure you hold it in properly all the way. You can always remove material at the top edge of the mag release spot on the magazine. We can't add any. There you go, while pushing that. This is quite difficult on camera, as you can see. Just while pushing that in, take the Sharpie with a fine liner what you have, and you make sure that you mark it. Let's see if that's gone good. Can we see that on camera? Yeah, that's two decently clear markings. Because I couldn't actually get that far in to do the markings, I'm gonna try this again. This time, let's see, I do have a tool that I can use to score this with. I'm just gonna use this. Doesn't matter what you score it with. Just make sure you get all the edges of the mag well, so you know where to cut. There we go. That's decent. It's easy enough to see on the camera. Essentially, this is where we need to cut. I am going to take a ruler and quickly go back here where the two scorings end and just score it again. So we have that lining up, and that is where we're going to cut the hole. Let me put all this back quickly. There we go. Now, what we're going to need to do, and this is the reason why I'm actually grabbing a different bit. This one should fit. This magazine is secured down with 2 pins. One down here that keeps the spring and everything in the mag, and one up here, that's the outside that we're going to cut into, and the inside of the mag. There we go. It shouldn't matter which direction you push it out. There's no, let's see if I can get this to focus, there's no serrations or anything on either side. I don't recommend taking the mag apart often, that's why, because of that. There you go. Now when you take the bottom off, be careful that you don't let it fly away. Each stack has a small spring. They are all the same length, so no need to actually keep in mind which stack has which spring. And then I want to quickly get the followers out. This one doesn't want to go. There we go. Push those to the side so we don't lose them while we're disassembling the mag further. And then just push this pin out, the top pin, pull that one. This pin is shorter, I don't know if you can see that on camera, it's a bit shorter than the lower pin, so make sure that you keep that in mind. They both fit, they're not going to break anything. You can clearly see the inside of the mag. Not gonna break anything if you put in the wrong pin, but if you try to like put it in a gun, it might not work. It might scratch up the gun. There we go. Now we have our scored up outside. I want to quickly grab my janky screwing tool and make the corners. This is just like an old nail scissor that's become dull. A knife might work as well. There we go. Now we have exactly where we need to cut. What I used to do was literally just take a carpenter's knife and just repeatedly cut into the plastic. If that's all you have, that is gonna work. But for speed, I'm just going to use a drill. Make sure that you clean the plastic out so it doesn't melt onto your drill. There we go. And let's do that again. Okay, I cut it relatively close to the edge. That's fine. I'm gonna use some flush cutters that I also use for 3D prints to quickly cut between those. The plastic on the outside is not that tough, so you can, like, if you get a knife all the way through, you can wiggle it a bit to quickly get a pretty deep cut, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. Please bear with me, I'm not used to recording on camera. There we go. Some filing. Just to have some clean edges. There we go. Quickly remove any burrs, and then it should be ready. this is now this isn't the cleanest cut I've made, but it should work just fine. For testing, take the shorter pin, make sure it's lined up. Take to tent these, twist it a bit, push it in, flat surface. We go. Now that is in. And then we grab, put this away, then we can grab our gun and test. As you can see here, it's all the way in there, but very tight. I have to push the mag release in, then it's tight, but it's not going on its own. So what we're gonna have to do is again take the pin out, make sure to keep it safe, take the inside part out, and then we're just gonna cut just a tiny bit more of this top edge. Considering that I could push it in, it shouldn't be that much more material to remove. I'm just gonna quickly give it a quick cut. Make sure that's clean again. Same towards the front of the mag. Quickly remove the inside burr. There we go. And again, put the actual BB tracks inside the mag again. Put the pin in. Grab your gun. Make sure your knives are safe. Push it in, and it's tight. Oh, I was about to drop the gun. Of course, if you have multiple guns, make sure you test with all of them. This one is, for example, still a bit tight. Might need to remove just a bit more material there. But I'm okay with that. Or for example, another one. This one clicks in very fine. Sits very tight. So once you've adjusted the cut to your liking, take the followers, one in each track for BBs. There we go. And then same with the springs. One in each track. If you put them on a pile like me, you might end up tangling them a bit. It's fine. Just rotate them a bit. There we go. Then on the base plate, you can just push the springs in. What you're going to need to do is have the base plate a bit forwards, wiggle it a bit to get the springs in, push it back, and that's locked in. Now, just as on the top, The pin might be a bit difficult to align. There we go. That side works. Push in the pin. And that's your modified mag.